Hey everybody, welcome to Jimmy D's Guitar Lessons Rock Talk. I am your host, Jimmy D. What do we have here? Well, we have the guitar that we talked about in the last video, where we're going to do a full setup on it, and we're going to introduce the tools that we talked about, and we're going to put them to work. So what we did in the last video is we took this fret rocker, and we went up and down the frets to see what needs to be addressed. We put some black markers on here to know what frets we got to deal with. And now we're going to take it to the next step, which is going to be actually masking it off and taking a straight edge on here and filing down the frets. So if you're interested in this, stick around. Crazy not to. I'll be back. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going to mask off the fretboard so we could work on the frets and not damage the fretboard. This is something that we're going to do in an upcoming video. What we're going to do is just going to start taping it off. I've seen a cool trick what a guy did on one of his channels. He started off by putting tape on the edge here. I'll just do that. If I get this tape going. We put some, start off here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mask off all these frets. I'm just going to do a few, and then so I don't really want to bore you, and I'll fast forward this, probably put some music in the back, but I just want to see if I get my light up here a little bit. I just want to come up right to the fret. There we go. Press it down and then keep going. So you can see on some of these frets, I'll try to get some close-ups on here. Do have some issues. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the camera, and we'll be back. There's something that I need to say important. We'll pause it. All right, we're getting down to being almost finished. Bet you guys are excited. All right, we're down to the last one here, folks. So I did this, it probably took me about 5 minutes or so. It's a little too wide, but it serves a purpose. That fits in there. Little piece here. Okay. Also too, I'm going to mask off the pickups. See if I got that in shot. Yeah. Why I'm doing that, if I get any shavings, I don't want them on the pickups, because we all know what pickups are, right? A magnet. Do this. I'm just going to do one right here. All right, we are done. So I'm just going to clean up and I'll be right back. Stick around. All right, we're back. We are back. So I have my straight edge here. I use this as a sanding block. It's just some steel we had kicking around. I have some 320 grit sandpaper on here. And now I'm going to lightly go up and down here. And remember we had the ones. So I'm going to mark, there's a few other ones here. I'm just going to mark some stuff. I know that one is that one there. I'm just doing a visual inspection to see where I see some possible opportunities. All right. Now just nice and easy up and down. So yes, there is a radius here. You could get radius boards, but this will do. I shouldn't say it will do in a bad way. This works. You can see. Try to get a close up. We'll do a few more. And I just let the pressure of the steel work its magic. And yes, if you're wondering, I did check my neck before I started this project, and it was nice and straight. Make sure you do that. I'm going to move the camera in a little close. See, you could see how that looks. So you could see there's still a little bit of the black marker on there. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue doing it until it's perfect. And reset the camera. All right, camera's reset. We continue. Put this here. Yeah, so I know it's making a little noise. Should be talking, but so far it's doing what I want it to do. It's looking good. All right, let's see where we're at. So I'm going to grab the fret rocker. I put it away. Let's grab this. Check the camera angle. It's looking good. So remember we had some issues with some of the fret. Not too bad. Here it doesn't rock. I know I had issues with this one. Okay. A little more on this one. And not to worry, you're thinking, oh, well, there's a little radius on the frets. I do have some files that we're going to use next to file them down. This one was kind of bad here. So this could take some time. You just gotta Use your fret rocker. You just hear a little bit. Can you hear that? It's that one fret. There we go. It's a lot better. Okay. I will check the rest of the neck off camera. But I'm going to grab my files now, and then we'll do that part. Stick around. Alrighty, next tool. This is a fret file. Got grooves in there. You go over the frets, so it kind of keeps them round. So I'm just going to go back and forth on these, just nice and lightly. I'll do each one. If you have any questions about the tools and where I get them from, just leave a comment. I find a lot of it actually online. I usually go to the guitar store in town and pick up my strings because then I can browse around there and whatnot. But sometimes for convenience, buying stuff on Amazon is kind of easier for me to do. But it's, you know, it's springtime now in Winnipeg, and you know, take the bike out, go for a ride down in the local store. So I'm going to do all this, and then after I bought these are fret erasers, so these are different grits. So before I polish it, I'll be using these. So I'm just had to bring them out so I wouldn't forget. But I'm going to do this neck. I'm going to fast forward everything because it's boring. But I'm just going to go up and down and dress the frets. All right. I'll wipe this down and give it a visual look and see how it is. Not too bad. And like I got these stones here. These are pretty cool. They're fret erasers. They come in different grits. Again, you can buy these online. I find it sometimes hard when I'm looking for tools at our local guitar store that they don't have up in Canada. But down in the States, there's a place, I think it's called Stumac or something like that you guys use. They got tons of stuff. And, you know, for me to order it from there to get it across the border, it's a pain in the butt. But I have a good friend named Mr. Amazon, and he is good when I order stuff. So anyways, these are different grits. You can see 180, 400, 1000, 1500, 2000. So just demonstrate. 80's kind of, the 180 is going to be kind of aggressive, but you just go over this. Gives it a nice little kind of polish. I'm going to be using polishing compound and a Dremel, but let's give these a shot and see how these are going to be. So far, I'm liking this. It's easy to do. And you just let this eraser do its work. Get all the oxidization off throughout the years. Careful. Yeah, that was 180. Let's make our way to 400. Yeah, these are wicked because you could kind of go on the sides of it. It's kind of, it seems a little spongy, so maybe it might contour with the frets. But we will do this. So if anybody has bought these before and used them, let me know if I'm doing it properly or what your experiences are with them, how your projects turned out. I think it's pretty good. That's like an eraser. It's got some flex, like I said. And it's cool. It's going to make these frets look really, really good. You can see why I put the tape on the fretboard. Wow, some gunk on there, so I'll have to clean up. But I might as well just use them all. 1,000, 1,500. Yeah, this feels like nothing. Look how shiny it is already just from this. And I'm going to do a close-up after so you could see. I did have pit marks before, and I think they're going to be all gone. I think this was a good buy. And if I use all of them, then I know the steps are going to be, use them in steps. It's good. You don't want to jump from 180 to 2,000. And we'll take a little bit off each time. And try the 1,500. Wow. Fret string eraser. Wow. I'm impressed. Like I say, if you're new to this channel, there goes my light. See, I'll have to change the light out and do that. I'll be back. There, I got my light. Now I'm ready for 2,000. It's doing a really good job. Wow. Like I say, when I'm done this, I'll inspect them really close. So I won't have the camera on, just to fine tune everything. But I'll do a close-up after I'm done this one. See where we're at. Well, you can see gunk. I like these. Another good buy. Good find. Before I go, if anyone else has a YouTube channel that does guitars and you want to be mentioned on my channel, just let me know in the comments, and the next video we'll tag you in it. Be kind of cool. We will support and help each other out, because that's what we do. All right, I'm going to try to get a little closer on here to see how we're looking. See? That looks nice. Remember we used to have those little dips? There's a few little dips in there. It's all gone. So like I said, I'll take this light and I'll inspect them really good. And then we'll get ready to polish the frets. So I'm going to do my inspection. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to polish up the frets. So I got some rubbing compound I use. We'll put them on here. I'll just do one, kind of see what I'm doing. Dip a little bit on a rag. Just some on here. Let's do a few just to get us going, okay? So I can use my finger a little bit, rub it in. Then I use these. These are kind of cool. These things will help protect your frets. So use this Dremel tool and polish away. Speed her up. So we can see how shiny they'll be. See, with this guard I can kind of do the sides without doing damage. Use a wipe. You can see. I'll try them up a little more. Let's use this now. So polishing, making them nice and shiny. Just gotta take your time. Like say you could use those fret protectors if you wish. Let's see how this is looking. I'm gonna get a little close up here so you can see how they look. It's looking pretty shiny. Kind of hard to tell on the camera, but it's all good. So I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to put in fast forward mode, and you can watch it in fast forward. I won't go too crazy, but yeah, relax and enjoy. This is why, another reason why we put tape on here, is this fretboard would be all messy, and we wouldn't want that getting into the wood. At least if it gets on the paint, we could wipe it off. I'll get this on here. So what I like to do actually is when this is on here, I'm going to redo these. I like to go to each fret and just hand polish them. So you have the compound on here now. Now I'm going to start rubbing them. Look at that, dirty. Dirty. Wow. Yeah, this is going to look good after it's done. Let's see, we're almost done where we could take the tape off. Let's do that. And like I say, I'm going to high speed this up for you. I'm going to polish all the frets again. All right, I'm done with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this, put a nice clean one on here, and I will continue to do this. I will do it off camera, and I'll do my inspection, then we'll come back, and I'll have the dust off, and we'll take a look at it. Stick around! All right, I just gave it a nice final polish. That's looking good. These are looking shiny. I did have some pit marks in them earlier, and those are gone since we sanded them and used the file. So what I'm going to do now is just take the tape off. Yeah. Fun. So let's see if this works. This was supposed to help me lift everything up. I know. So this is going to look really good. It's a bit of a pain to do, but it's worth prepping it, having everything protected. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to hit pause. I'm going to have all the tape off. All right, welcome back. Got the tape all off. And I tell you, these frets look awesome. So what we're going to do as a bonus, we're going to put some lemon oil cleaner and conditioner on the frets right away. So I'll do that. And then the neck will be done. Probably going to take a little bit because this has been oiled for a while. So I just put that on there, a rag, and get her in there. And it doesn't do anything to the fret. Just, it's good to oil this. I have sometimes oiled it twice because sometimes it would like to suck this up, but this is looking so far so good. It's kind of cool. So like I say, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to always say the click like and subscribe stuff, but until you get sick of me or whatever. But it really helps me out. It's motivation to do some guitars. Yeah, that's that. So we're going to let this soak in, clean up, and the next thing we are going to do is we're going to get the strings on. And then we'll get the strings on, we'll check everything. We'll get the strings on, and then we will set the height of the strings, and then the intonation. We'll check the heights of the pickups. We'll work with the floating tremolo system here. We will check the electronics, polish her all up, but I think I'm going to polish it before I put the strings on. And that's it. So I'm going to press pause, then we're going to wrap her up. All right, and that's it. What we've done so far was nice and quick and easy. Make sure you click the subscribe button, as we'll be having a video next week. And what we're going to do is we're going to start putting the strings back on here, setting up the pickup height and the intonation, get her all tuned up and whatnot. So again, rock on. Yeah.